Few other people can currently be identified more with the word kibbutz than Dr. Alon Pauker. He is a historian who researched the history of this unique Israeli socialist phenomenon. He's also a member of Kibbutz Be'eri and the son of one of the founders of Kibbutz Nir Oz, two of the main sites which were attacked in the Hamas onslaught on October 7.
We know everybody. 94 members and children and all people from our eldest from our community were murdered. I know them all. Think about the 9/11 in the United States. Nobody knows 94 of the people that were killed.
Pauker himself managed to survive since the terrorists didn't attack his home, but he's still broken at the devastation of Be'eri. Nonetheless, he sees this event as a turning point which may change the image of the kibbutz movement among Israelis.
The government in the 90s decided that there is no need to build any more rural settlements. And now, I will hold these points of settlement until all the families will be able to come back. Maybe you have to do a semi-army soldiers like it was, we call it in Hebrew, achzuyot nachal.
The history of the kibbutz movement goes back to the early 20th century. Jewish pioneers who fled the pogroms in Eastern Europe came to the land of Israel with a revolutionary idea, a socialist village where everyone is equal, there is no private income or possession, and most of the decisions are taken by all members. This utopian society flourished in the years to come. People all over the world came to see how pure socialism was accomplished in the land of Israel. But Dr. Pauker says that the independence of Israel in 1948 also worked against the kibbutz movement.
Kibbutz Be'eri is one of the 11-point operation, and it was the biggest operation of the Zionist movement until the establishment of the State of Israel. After the establishment of the State of Israel, you don't need basically pioneering because you have the state bureaucracy.
Beginning in the 1960s, people from all over the world came to Israel to volunteer at kibbutzim. Even celebrities like Italian actress Sophia Loren paid a visit. Pauker says that the 1977 elections, which brought the right-wing Likud party under Menachem Begin to power, was one of the turning points when the kibbutz became less popular and started to fade.
The kibbutzim started to be like a target for everybody, to be against them. They don't work the ground and make agriculture and cultivate the desert. No, they stole they took the ground.
Other developments, such as internal conflicts and international events like the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s, led to the decline of the kibbutzi movement. Today, only 10% of the kibbutzim remain collective communities, and other features such as the collective children's house have completely disappeared. Ironically, most of the kibbutzim which kept their collective nature remained wealthy. Be'eri is one of them. But October 7 returned the kibbutz movement to the headlines in Israel and worldwide.
It's one word, community. And equal community or a collective community double the meaning of community. We are not better than the people from Ofakim, from the towns, from Sderot, but when you see them in the hotels, they are not communities. Everyone stands among this disaster, terrible event. They stand alone, and we have the power of the togetherness.
Dr. Pauker also thinks the coronavirus pandemic was a turning point in the way people see what he defines as renewal kibbutzim, a new type of semi-collective community which has some elements of privatization.
I have a paper about it in the kibbutz newspaper that they wrote. The kibbutz movement is finished totally. That the renewal kibbutzim will be just point in the way of being a totally regular settlement. And then, so again, especially after the COVID-19 crisis, that this soft social democrat way of life is working. אני חושב לשם.
As we walk in the broken kibbutz, we see some of the sites which became symbols of this horrific attack, such as the house of the Bachar family, where 2 members were murdered. This place, called the Founder's House, is the local club where members of the kibbutz gather and celebrate special events. The night before October 7, residents of Be'eri marked 77 years since the foundation of the kibbutz. Among the participants was Ronnie Levy, who died in the Hamas onslaught.
Anniversary celebration of 77th anniversary of Be'eri from 46 to 2023 to celebrate what was childhood in the kibbutz. There was songs and stories, and we went to sleep at night so proud about what we are, and then we wake on the morning to this disaster.
Walking inside the rubble raises questions about the future of Kibbutz Be'eri and its ability to rebuild this beautiful site. Other questions on the table are how to commemorate the tragedy of October 7.
And we can get help and we can have discussions with other, we don't know everything, but the decisions, it's of Be'eri members. The decision who will live here. We had some clues about, okay, we will bring others to live here or something like that. Kibbutz Be'eri belongs to its members, and the members will decide, and we didn't have yet this discussion.
Kibbutz Be'eri became one of the strongest icons of October 7 and remains a symbol not just for the many tragedies and loss, but also of the resilience and strength of its members. The kibbutz is now working on a permanent residency for its community. It is still too soon to see the long-term impact of October 7 on the kibbutz movement, but there is no doubt that those events will change the course of its history forever.